Hi, my name is Drewish.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Drewish, and I'm the author of the Captain Love series. I want to tell you all about the second book, Rise of the Pirate King. Yeah, that's a thing. And in this book, you're gonna get everything that you would expect from Captain Love. Yeah, you bet. And I'm blessed enough to be able to use an amazing creative team. If you know what I mean, if it feels like the universe is caving in and you need love to the rescue, and it seems like nothing will be right again, you need love to the rescue, Captain Love to the rescue. On. Now, Captain Love is a space trucker and a former war hero. There is even a legend that he may be immortal. He's accompanied by Spade, who's a living AI. Yes, I said immortal. As in, he cannot die. And it feels like the universe is caving in and you need love to the rescue. And it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Oh yeah. In this book, you'll get space pirates, sexy girls and science monks. There'll be bar fights, space battles, and a lot of awesome junk. There's nudity and violence and swearing within, so this book is mature. That means it's not made for children. And you feel like the universe is caving in, there'll be love to the rescue. And it seems like nothing will be right again. There'll be love to the rescue. Captain 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 Love to the rescue.
Thank you for your time. Please back Captain Love and help me share this character with the whole world. And if you're not too busy, like and share this video and help me spread the love.
What's up, church?
What it do? What it do?
Man, I think I might have had an echo on that going because my ass is overdoing it these days, and who knows? But everybody, Captain Love is basically all packed up. I have audited all the books. Everything that has not gone out in the mail goes out in the mail tomorrow, I think. I said I think. I am actually, in the middle of my final audit to see what I've missed. That's why I say I think. So if you're expecting something, it's coming soon if it has not already arrived. And if you want to throw some more money at the Captain Love campaign, it is still active. If you have not caught up anything in the Captain Love, you can get the volume 1, chapter 1, chapter 2. You can get just chapter 2. You can get it signed. You can get 1 and 2 together. You can get them signed. You can get some t-shirts. You got some posters, all kinds of lovely little goodies. Look at that poster. Isn't that pretty? Look at that poster. Isn't that freaking awesome? That's by Vinny Tartamella. Anyway, so how you doing, church? You still there?
Hey, I've been better, but it costs more.
Yeah.
How about
You've
now?
been better, but coughed more?
Yeah, I've been better, but it costs more.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
Do I sound okay?
You sound all right when you're talking.
Well,
anyway, so that's Captain Love.
I have new
What's
earbuds, so.
Oh, I got you. So you're adjusting.
Well, I just want to make sure it's palpable for everyone else.
Well, I can hear you. So if I can hear you, probably everybody else can.
Isn't that insane? Like I have a little piece of plastic in my ear right now, and you can hear me. Whereas you know, 30 years ago, if you didn't have a gigantic phallic piece of metal in your face, no one could hear you.
Yeah, yeah. It is interesting that it does pick up the voice nowadays and able to identify it and that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think you have to have a pretty quiet environment for that to work, or else it would be kind of weird, right? So,
I literally just walked from my kitchen to my backyard and back.
oh yeah, well that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, my earbuds don't have a microphone on them because that would drive me absolutely crazy. Um, they're
uh,
really buds; they're just kind of plugs. But
Bluetooth JLab, like $30 neckband wireless earbuds. Best investment I've ever made.
hmm,
I just got their like AirPod type deal where it's
yeah,
like two little pieces of plastic, one for each ear. Those were a little pricier, but I've got like 4 days worth of listening and talking power in these.
nice. 4 days worth. That's awesome.
Well, with the charging case, like if one
Ah,
dies, I take it out and switch it out for the other one. Both of them have a microphone, both of them are Bluetooth,
so you can only
and the
wear one at a
charging case.
time.
Yeah, but the charging case carries 4 days worth of power in it.
Okay,
So swapping between earbuds, I get 6 days out of them.
I gotcha. But isn't it designed to listen to both at the same time?
Huh?
Isn't it designed to listen to both buds at the same time?
No, because in a modern environment, you only have one earbud in anyway.
Huh. I guess
You're
I don't
either
have a modern environment then. So,
well, if you're working in like an office or a warehouse or something, like you have to be able to hear announcements and shit,
oh,
but
I
or the
gotcha. I
phone
gotcha.
ring or something like that. But you can have music in one ear.
I hear you.
I,
Yeah, no, I get it. Makes sense. That makes sense.
I listen to audiobooks all day at my job, so at work I need 8 hours of listening power. So if one earbud dies, I can just put it in the charging case and pull another one out. It's pretty good. We're
Well, that's
not
cool.
sponsored, by the way.
We're not sponsored. No, we should be. We should be sponsored though.
Anything I talk about, I should be sponsored by because I'm such a fucking hype man.
All right. Well, then talk about. Let's see. What should we talk about that you need to get sponsored? So you know what's going on tonight, right?
What's that?
There's a new show coming out tonight.
New show.
Yes, a new show on YouTube. It is a live stream game show.
What kind of game show are we talking about here, Drew?
Well, basically, it's going to be audience participation. So,
Well, that's typically how a game show on YouTube would work, I think.
well, sometimes sometimes it's panel participation, and the audience gets to watch.
Eh, that's not fun though. You can rig that.
I get you. So, it's going to be hosted by Sparkle Sujan, the lovely and talented Sparkle,
Hmm.
and a very funny guy named Patrick Pollock. And together they're going to host 30 minutes of just hopefully belly laugh galore. We're going to have three comedians come on, and
Weird. So you're part of this.
I'm the producer. I'm behind the
Okay.
scenes, so I'm the one in charge of making sure
You're the
people
puppet
come and go.
master.
I'm the I'm
You're
the
pulling
I'm
the
the
strings.
I'm the wizard behind the curtain.
You're
Um,
the evil genius.
uh, yes, all those apply. What's up, Lothar? What's up, Edwin? Hail, brothers.
Hail,
Um, so,
brothers.
so tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern, there will be the pilot episode, the first episode, the launch episode of Make 'em Laugh. Yes, I know. It seems like too easy of a title, right?
It's not because you got some deadpan motherfuckers out there.
Right. Well, for some reason, the Twitter and YouTube and everybody has been moving slow today. So it's a good chance that people have no idea that we're even broadcasting. So
It's okay. I'm used to that environment. Like I thrive in it.
yeah.
Have you
But
have you
tonight,
watched Jupiter's Legacy?
do what? The what? Jupiter Legacy?
Have you?
Jupiter?
Yeah, Jupiter's Legacy
I have
on
not got a
Netflix.
chance to read that yet.
No, on Netflix. There's a show.
Oh no, I've not got to watch that yet. I've been actually fucking enjoying Schitt's Creek. That's actually been pretty funny. Have you watched that yet?
Sex, Love, and Robots keeps getting recommended to me. So,
Yeah, I got a lot to catch up on Netflix when it comes to that. I mean,
but
there's a lot.
I,
So
over the weekend, like I got my first shot last week. So,
you got to get
I,
two. I got the Johnson and Johnson. I'm one and done,
oh
bitch.
man, they discontinued that shit down here.
No,
No, man, like they said there were problems, like,
no problems.
but anyway, I went and got my first one last week, and this weekend I was like completely dead to the world.
Oh
Um,
man.
it, the general consensus is I'm probably a asymptomatic carrier
Oh, okay. That sounds
because
fun.
I've been walking around in the real world for a year and a half now and haven't even gotten the sniffles. But I also never get the flu unless I get a flu shot. So
Make them laugh, make them laugh, make them laugh.
Yeah.
I was laid up. I watched all of Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. I read all of Jupiter's Legacy and Jupiter's Circle by Image Comics.
Yeah, I
And
haven't read them yet. I'm wondering if I should read them before watching the series.
if you want a better story, you should.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of waiting for. I was like, I wanted to read them. I actually, you keep forgetting that there's a Netflix series, but you did remind me. So
Well, here's the problem, I think. Sam, have you read or watched Jupiter's Legacy?
I watched the first. I read the first trade. I haven't watched the series yet.
Okay, but you did read the first trade.
Yep.
Okay, we're 13 minutes in. We're talking about Jupiter's Legacy. I'm going to give a full spoiler alert announcement right now. I'm not going to spoil everything, but the things that I say might spoil the experience for you. So give me a minute.
I haven't read it or watched it, and you're gonna give me
I'm not going to
spoilers.
fuck it up for you, Drew.
Okay,
You're a writer. You understand.
okay.
I'm going to be talking about tropes and things like that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So I feel like in the show and in the trade, the first volume, the same ideas are there. I feel like they're going to the same place, but they're taking two very different roads to get there.
Someone's
Kind of
knocking
like
on
in
my
Ready
door,
Player One,
right?
but they don't even get to the point, Sim, that they do in the first volume by the end of it. In 8 episodes, they can't make it 5 issues worth of story.
Hmm. Did they change it, or did they
They
just bring
definitely
it like?
changed it. The voyage, you know what I'm talking about, to the
Mm-hmm.
place. You
Yeah.
remember how it was kind of like sunshine and rainbows in the book?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Dante's fucking Inferno in the show.
Okay.
And they make 8 episodes about that trip,
Hmm.
and it's bad. They also changed the origins and add characters. Like Utopian's dad is in the show; he's not in the book.
So they basically took their like artistic liberties with the
Yeah.
They
existing
did.
IP. Yeah.
Like I said, they're going to the same place, I think, but the show is taking the long roundabout scenic route,
Hmm.
A
and
lot
I
of fillers.
don't. Well, I don't know what that scenic route means for the comic, because in the comic, the gestation point of
We have the
superpowers.
amazing and talented and clever Chris Brawley here in the chat, and
Hey
then hanging
guys.
out with
Oh,
on the panel. Speaking of that, we do have something to unbox tonight.
oh,
Beautiful.
A little something that I got from Brawley Image Group Studios. What made you come up with that name, man?
Well, the acronym is Big Studios, so there's my name and slides in there really nice. It's kind of clever.
Yeah, I got you. I didn't catch on to the big, but now I do. So.
Yep.
Okay.
And the funny part is we're really not that big an operation, so we're just kind of
Do you guys
just you and your wife?
do you guys remember Big? Do you guys remember Big Johnson merchandise?
Yeah, that's
Big
my
Johnson?
last company. Sure. What's up,
I mean,
Sam?
you always hit a home
How's it
run
going,
when you're
Chris?
swinging a Big Johnson.
That's right. We've got a big woody tree, whatever that is, where somebody comes and cuts trees down and branches off from for you, and it's a big wood chip,
Arborist.
a huge pointed log sticking out. Yeah, arborist.
Yeah, so it's an arborist.
Is that what they
Arborist.
call that?
I call them Border
Yeah.
Brothers. So I don't know what you guys
Okay, nice.
That's because you're a racist.
Who are we? What's Make 'em Laugh? What's going on? Is
Make
this a
'em
new
Laugh
game?
is a new show starting tonight. This is a comedy game show that is getting launched tonight, starring Sparkle Susan and Patrick Pollock. It is a comedy show of basically based on the concept of Make Me Laugh, but we're actually having audience participation from the chat. We're going to be dropping a link in there, first come, first serve. We're going to bring people in,
Super
and
cool.
they will have to have their camera. So Church probably will have to not participate because he never puts his camera on. But
Church, are you ashamed? Are you on the wanted list or something? What's the deal?
Nah, he
No, I
has
have-
put his face on once in a while.
Oh,
I do, but I have children, and you know, I'm
they
just
don't watch, do they? Do they watch?
no, there's someday they're going to figure out how to use the internet.
But
and they're-
it-
I'm
it's-
hoping
no,
they're-
not only that, but
they'll walk
I-
in the
I-
room behind
well-
me, do something.
not only that, but you know, I have some pretty spicy opinions sometimes, and
You?
I don't
Wow.
I don't want somebody with you know, purple hair and a vendetta to fuck my kid's life up because I made them cry.
Oh,
I don't think anybody wants that.
no.
Well, no, nobody wants that, and that's why I keep my camera off most of the time.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, so Make 'em Laugh launches tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. And it's going to, which is what, 99 minutes from now.
Sweet.
So that is going to be, hopefully, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll suck if nobody shows up in the chat. I mean, this is we're launching it on.
Why
on
do
a
you have to have
channel-
your camera?
Because here's how the game works. All right, you got to hold a straight face, and it can't. And it can't.
Oh no,
be
I
this
want to
way.
make the people laugh. I don't want to win anything. I want to make somebody laugh.
Oh, you want to be a guest comedian? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. I got dad jokes for fucking days.
Yeah, well, at least they make you laugh. So,
Let's make them laugh. Wait.
right. Yeah, so basically that's how the game works is there's 3 comedians that are actually pro stand-up comedians. And
Cool. Wow.
they each get 1 minute to try and make the contestant laugh, break a face, cry, basically lose straight face.
Oh, you've got to have your camera for that.
You got to have your camera for
Yeah,
that. And then they'll be in basically this setup. So let's see, where's the setup? This one. They'll basically be this setup. So they're going to be big, while everybody else
Cool.
is small.
Cool.
And basically how that's going to work is I'm going to be behind the scenes, and as soon as they screw up,
Nice.
yeah,
Done.
So-
It's too bad you don't have like
So
some kind of effect where it's like when people are throwing baseball at the carnivals and people get dunked in the water.
Oh,
That'd be
you know
sweet.
what?
Oh
I
my
would
gosh.
love that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I would love that because I mean I wish
So-
that I could go from this effect here to this one here immediately, like a
Oh,
quick
yeah.
jump. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nice.
That-
so what if I came in under a pseudonym? Could I play? Because I doubt any of you could make me laugh if I didn't want to.
You're still gonna have to show your face, sure.
Yeah, I will. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
you
if I
should.
if I came in under a false name.
A false name.
Yeah.
Well, if you can go through 5 minutes of comedians heckling you, harassing you, saying stuff to make you laugh, then you get to win a prize.
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I could
Basically,
win
that
that.
works. You're gonna have your choice between Apple, Amazon, or Starbucks gift card. That's the
Okay.
choice tonight. So
Nice.
I'll
yes.
to give a hint to anybody trying to figure out who I am. If I win, I'll pick the Starbucks gift card because my wife loves Starbucks.
Well, there you go. So the beauty of that is we are also sponsored by Bobby Salazar's salsa, and they make really great guacamole dip too. So,
Nice.
yeah, so it's nice to have a sponsor. You know what I mean? When the
Yes, it is.
so speaking of moments that need plugging, I got the wrong thing going on there. Let's see. Let's close this.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. That's weird. I gotta know that that happens so I don't do that again. All right. So here
Oh,
I have
look at that.
a Gemini mailer, and everybody else does Gemini mailers. I haven't. I've never done a Gemini mailer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I box and
No,
bag mine.
Drew likes to send his shit in a cardboard safety deposit box.
He sent
Mine-
it to me
mine-
in a tube. He sent it in a tube to me.
my
Separate
two.
pages. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I was in a, yours arrived safe and sound, sir. Safe and sound.
Yeah, I spend so much. I spend a little extra money to make sure that they come through good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
So
Oh,
He
wait a
sends
second.
me
Hold on.
diff-
Drum roll. Now wait
Hold
a
on,
minute,
wait,
because
wait,
if
wait.
this
No, no.
turns out to be crap, I'm live. What am I gonna do?
Hold on. Before you do that, I gotta say that sometimes Drew sends me packages that are basically just tube socks taped up with packing tape, and I don't ask for or pay for those. But his other packages with his comic books in them, they're great.
Now you're special, church.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that. Hallelujah.
oh,
There it is. There it is. Now, real quick, Drew. You just ordered the book, right? You just said, "Let me just get that book, send it to me," right?
yes,
I think that we threw a couple little tiny little doodads in the back for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
nice.
A little postcard, little sticker action.
Well, let's pull those out first then. Let's see
Yeah,
here what
do
we
it,
got.
man.
What we got going on in the back?
Got the
here.
little
Let's see.
kiss cut Florida man, kiss cut Gator man.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, look at that sexy sly thing. That's Todd Mulrooney art with a nice little copper tone ad parody.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
And what you have there is you got Crystal, playing the copper tone ad girl, and then that's Floyd back there looking and shouting, and Gary, her actual boyfriend, getting upset trying to come save her. Floyd's just enjoying the show, and that's
Nice.
typical for the whole book. Yeah, that's typical for the whole
Typical
book.
for the book.
Yeah.
All right,
Florida
let's
man.
see what else. What else we got here? We got looks like we got a nice.
Oh yeah, the
Florida
official
man.
logo.
Are these
yeah.
vinyl? These are vinyl. Vinyl
They're
stickers?
nice. We went up and above and beyond, and it's a nice kiss cut, so it's not a square sticker. When you pull it off, it's got a
Right.
nice
It's
thick stroke on
it's
it.
die
yeah.
cut. Yeah, totally die cut.
Yeah.
And then
And then the Gator, yeah,
and then
little
the
funsy,
Gator.
little Disney kind of look to it. Sure, it's beautiful.
Sweet. So let's.
Then-
Oh! Look at this. Dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun.
That's
dun.
cool.
Action movie. Now that's actually. Hey, we should really start from the back because since Sim's here, he's in there. He makes a special appearance. That art right there is done by Elias Martins, our retailer backers who ordered like multiples. Didn't know it, but they're getting a full 3x2 poster, 3 foot by 2 foot poster of that image right there with like movie credits at the bottom.
Sweet.
Doesn't that look like some old grindhouse Mexican flick or something? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Elias Martinez did that for us, and of course, colorist was Ixan Ansori.
Excellent stuff here. Let's see. Ooh. Then we got.
You opened right to it, didn't you? Oh no, okay. And that, of course, that's our big advertisement. If you missed out on the book, you can jump in and get go to FloridaManComics.com and get you one. A little pin-up action with Toddster, the same as the postcard.
And then, okay, we're working our way there. There's the that poster again.
Mm-hmm. And there on the left is that
Second
is
Capitone.
Marcelo. He did a lot of the pages in the book. He helped us get the book finished super fast.
Sweet.
And
Marcelo
then
Salazar.
next page here is
Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. The one I did during the Drooling Show. No,
Yeah.
was it the Drooling Show? But it was during a
yeah.
stream.
You started on this stream.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
on
when
this
you finished
stream
it,
when
yeah.
you drew that. Sure was. I loved it. Sam, I'm pretty sure I have your address, and we'll make sure you get a book since you contributed that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
please. If I don't have your mailing address, be sure to send it. All the letterer, the artists, and
Well-
stuff I'm going to send once we've got everybody fulfilled.
Real quick, Chris. Quick
Yeah.
question.
Hold on, Drew.
So-
let me leave that up for a second, and that's Barry McLean Jr. on the left. That was one of the first pinups we did. If you notice, you got people outside of Walmart wearing masks, and Gary's selling his Miracle Cure-All. It's actually just bleach with a solo cup. Go ahead, Church.
I wanted to know how you felt about the statue of. Did you hear about the alligator in Florida that had a knife stuck in his head?
No.
Well, they say that anybody that pulls the knife out becomes the next king of Florida.
I think Mike and I need to go down there. I just visited with Mike. Actually, Mike lives out in Colorado. We had a good visit out there. He had to autograph some books. Yes, that's Joe Comstock on the right. Joe's done a lot of work. That was really the first iteration of Gary Duba and his girlfriend Crystal in the bunny costume. Gary almost accepts an offer to do that bunny suit job himself. He's looking for work. He's always looking for work. $15 an hour was all they were paying, though. On the left there is...
All they were paying, though. Where do you live,
Huh?
sir?
Come on now. To wear a bunny suit all day outside the liquor store? That's Pat Broderick on the left.
That's
Pat,
$12 an hour work where I live.
Oh, okay. Well, come on down to Florida, Church. Make some good money. That's Pat Broderick did his best known run is Micronauts for Marvel. He's great.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that is actually the
Pat
cover to our
Broderick.
next one. Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't he the one on Thunderstrike also?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Because that was one of my favorites too.
Yeah. He's got a...
That was the Thor offshoot, right?
This is pretty fun
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun.
Yeah, so what we
Some-
have here is this is sort of a two-page spread. Up in the right are some of the comic shops that backed us. Over on the left are our backers at a certain tier who got to get their names included in the book. Plus, you got things like Gary's arrest record. You've got the receipt for the toupee. You've got his winning lottery ticket, and just other stuff. There's a few inside jokes there that I'm not going to share, but that's exclusively to entertain a lot of the people that help make the book happen.
Fantastic. This is a great print job. Where'd you have it printed?
We got it printed at API. Robert and Joseph took good care of us, and they upsold me on the Smith Zone. So you can actually lay that book out almost flat, and it'll spring right back. It's a nice Smith Zone within that square bound. So
Well, explain that to what that is to everybody. So
instead of it being glued together, they actually stitch thread through the spine in the
It's-
center. Go ahead.
It's also known
Yeah.
as the German bind. That's what I use for my book. Like Bloodhound, it's like that. Instead of just cutting and gluing,
Mhm.
right? They trim,
There-
fold, sew, then glue.
Yeah.
There's a special embroidery attachment to the binding machine specifically
Mhm.
for that process.
And then reinforce that spine, and that's where you also see that perfect line at the spine. And
Yeah.
And for anybody that has doubts on the security of this type of binding, they use the exact same thread that they use to put patches on hats.
yeah, it's the same way. It's the same way they do for actual novels, like
Yeah, it's heavy
hardcover
duty.
novels. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heavy duty, and it wasn't that
Well,
much more
no,
expensive. It was a
hardcover-
small upsell.
Hardcover novels have cheaper thread than they did back in the 80s.
Oh, I wouldn't disagree. It was either that or we were just want to do something a little extra because we did the page weight and the cover weight based on the backer tiers. Like once we hit a certain level, we said we're going to
Yeah.
upgrade the paper, we're going to upgrade the cover. But then don't give that away.
Yeah.
That's a big shocker there. There's some funny stuff that happens. I'll just say that.
And
Well-
you just mentioned a little piece. I just want to mention that too. And it is a bit heavier than
Yeah.
regular binding. Just know that.
Yeah, it does
Well,
add
not-
a little bit to it. It sure does, but not
Well,
much.
not-
Those
No,
books
not much.
ship for in a Gemini mailer, the way it is with the book, with the postcard and stickers, with the sleeve and backer,
What's the
everything.
page count?
64,
Okay.
and it's 10, just barely over 10 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well,
So
here's-
that's my packages weigh 11 ounces when I ship them. Usually when I ship out a book, so that's good weight.
I
Yeah, but
want to do this experience. This is my first time, Drew, doing
Yeah.
one of these crowdfunds. And what I've decided to do, I really want to help other creators out there to kind of avoid some of the pitfalls that I've run
Thank
into.
you.
RJ
Thank you.
Carter, you're welcome. RJ Carter over at Critical Blast helped me a lot to kind of have a database and print some packing slips and just get things organized, because you know this, if you've done a crowdfund and you have more than one tier, or you have a few add-ons, like we had t-shirts, towels, you could get 5 postcards, you could get a second book for cheaper, and so on. At the end of all that, and then you bring in the Kickstarter too, which adds a whole nother, he helped me consolidate all that data and separate it into kits, if you will. Basically a matrix of, we have, like for instance, we have 10 orders that are a book, an extra large t-shirt, 5 postcards, and that book's autographed, or they get a lunchbox too. All in all, we have 45 variations, which is a pain in the, that's a lot to think about. And it would really just be easier. Honestly, the easier you can make it on yourself, the easier you'll get stuff out. But right now, we got out the initial single book, which is why you've got yours now. But now we're getting down to okay, I need an extra large shirt, 2 shirt, 1 autograph book, a second book, and so you get all these, instead of the hundreds of this, hundreds of people bought just a book, but 2 people bought a triple extra large shirt, and so on, right?
Right.
So it slows down as you get to that. So what I'd like to do is interview guys like you, Drew, about some things that you've done, some tips that you've learned. I'm going to interview API printing, about things to help people have their artwork prepared when they come in, their files prepared, so that they can avoid the added costs of having them have to try to fix up your art. I'm going to talk to RJ about database, fulfillment, things like that. I'd like to do a short series that maybe creators can come back to.
Yes.
And say, okay, I want to do this. So step 1 is this phase, and what I'm thinking of doing in Bleeding Fool is having an article, so people can copy and paste some stuff, but also having an embedded video, and we could do that on StreamYard, or on maybe we could do it on your channel, and then I could take the finished video and kind of cut out the portions I need, and then upload that for an embedded video, because nobody wants to watch a
We can
hour and a
totally
half
do
video.
that. Yeah, we can totally do that. It'd be fun. Yeah.
Here's the thing: that day one, I've been saying that somebody with veteran status, with an idea of what they're doing, and able to be honest about the pitfalls that they've encountered, needs to come forward and explain to these guys that are just rolling the dice and throwing the Comic Gate hashtag up to say, hey, this is what you need to avoid doing. Like, you might see an Ethan Van Sciver putting a $500 total, funded, right? Well, that's for the video where he says, I was funded in 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah. Oh, and that's fine. Listen,
when
market little tricks like that. I mean, you're playing with algorithms, and that would be a fun
when you're rolling
interview
your
too.
dice, when you're Church of Failure, you've never put a comic book out in your life, and you're rolling your dice because you think you have a product.
Yeah.
You can't set your total to $500, and that's something that needs to be explained to people.
We've been doing it for a long time. There's some people that just decide to do it for it's like playing Russian roulette for them.
Yeah.
Right.
It is. I think
if you're a
it looks
newbie,
easy. It looks easier than it is. And
Well,
I'll tell you something else. I have learned some really great secrets about saving a lot of money on shipping I know. I think I reached out to you, Drew, to ask you about this outfit that I've decided to use, and it's one that I turned RJ onto as well. And there's a good savings, and what they do, other than Canada, you ship all your overseas stuff. When you print the labels off, it goes to their warehouse,
Mhm.
and then they scan them when they come in and print a new label, and then that person in Israel or Spain or wherever gets an email with a tracking number all the way to their doorstep, because they are freighting according to size. As long as you don't go over a certain size and a certain weight, man, it's a good savings. I'm looking at
Yeah.
saving anywhere from $5 to $8 off every overseas ship that I already
And
looked for
that's
the cheapest
important.
price.
That's something that somebody like Doug Naple even could probably take a page out of.
And
I'm
what-
going to
and-
interview Doug as well, because I know he had a problem with the overseas shipping. And of course,
Absolutely.
now he's shipping out a very heavy box.
That's his number one controversy. That's the one
know.
gotcha that everybody comes back to. Well, what about the 160 or whatever overseas people?
Yeah, shipping can get really
It
freaking
is.
crazy.
It'll bite you in the ass. But I think that what this community, and it's really a loose community. It's really a bunch of indie creators. You can say Fandom Menace, Comicsgate, whatever. I don't care. I mean, we'll report on some of that stuff on Bleeding Fool, but I'm just kind of rooting for everybody. We do that weekly indie comics showcase every Wednesday. We got another one coming out tomorrow.
We had a show. Drew, you told me to plug it. The Gospel of Comics.
Yeah.
Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. We talked about the idea that, sometimes using the word Comicsgate might not be the answer.
Oh, no, it's not the answer. I mean, really, if
And-
you wear these things, it's a tattoo. You might as well say,
Right.
okay, I'm getting a tattoo of this.
Right. And that associates you with things that, maybe are less desirable to your particular standards.
The
That's right.
biggest
And
problem with
maybe-
Comicsgate, the biggest problem with branding Comicsgate is that it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the
And-
thing
and-
is, it was never supposed to be a brand or a
Well,
company or a label.
and-
It's just supposed to be an ideology that was standing
I-
against the stupidity
I
that
tried
was
to
happening.
explain this when people like J. Scott Campbell
Yeah.
come out and quote unquote denounce Comicsgate as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah,
and
but
they
that was
associate it with the alt right or whatever.
yeah, but you backtracked
You ha-
that after.
He
He did.
did, but the thing
He rolled it
is,
back, but nobody's
who
sticking around
cares?
listening to Jay. Yeah, he
Right.
said it. It's out there.
he said his piece, and his piece was CG is alt right Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know what? Who cares? Because J. Scott Campbell was never going to lift me up and put me on the horse back with him. I mean,
No.
the thing at the end of the day, you
But-
could also say, "Hey, I'm a Republican." Well, there's going to be people that hate you because you said you're a Republican.
I
mean,
get- I
you
get
can
all the
label
time.
yourself if you
But
want.
The point
ahead.
that I wanted to make though is that it's not about you get labeled as this or you get labeled as that. His audience doesn't look further than that tweet.
That's right.
And that's something that Drew and Chris and Sim have to deal with on a daily basis. I've been
I don't care.
like my Twitter handle has appeared in the common media as an alt right influencer. For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
But
I talk about comic books.
for me, like, dude, on that one, like, I have to agree with Chris. Like, even though, like, I have to deal with it, but I'm at the point where I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I've always, I still stand by
Well,
what
you don't-
I've always, hold on, what I've
You don't
always
care,
said
Sam.
from the beginning. No cancel culture, no PC, no censor.
Sure,
It's
sure, but here's the thing,
What?
right? It's not about the fact that you're no cancel culture. Fuck those people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that people like me care about the fact that 2,000 people that like that tweet
Yeah.
that might be normies and have
Yeah.
never seen or heard of Comicsgate before are not going to buy your goddamn book now, and that matters to
that's
me.
a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. And I want to say this about that church, if you don't mind. And I hate to
Sure.
interrupt because I don't like being
Absolutely
interrupted.
no.
I do not begrudge anybody that wants to not use the Comicsgate label. We didn't use it. I mean, Mike Barron has never come out and said, Comicsgate. He's hung out on Comicsgate streams.
Yep. He
I hang
promotes
out
them
with
too.
libertarians, Democrats. I hang out with atheists, Christians, Buddhists. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to put that badge on. I mean, and I get that it comes with baggage. The badge comes with baggage. And yeah, there may be 2,000 people that like J. Scott Campbell's tweet, but of that 2,000, what were you going to get? 10, 20 of them? And maybe some of them don't do it. So what? You just got to move on. You take your lumps. And again, I go back to this. I do not
Absolutely.
begrudge you if you don't want that Comicsgate label. I get it. I mean, it's a business decision. I don't tell people how to run their business or live their lives. And I'm not going to say, well, if you're not going to, this isn't War Campaign. I mean, if you don't want to have a CG anywhere near you, I get it. I mean, that's totally
Yep.
cool. I mean, that's for you to decide. I don't.
Right.
I don't. Yeah. But there are people, and I will give you this. There are people that'll say, "Well, man, are you Comicsgate? You better say you're Comicsgate, or you can't." Whatever. I mean, those kinds of
Right,
people
and
just go, man.
that's the other
let's
side of the
chill."
coin. That's
Mhm.
the other
Yep.
side of the butterfly knife, where if you are, you aren't. Like it.
Yeah.
You're
You're either
damned if
in or
you-
you're
damned
out.
if you don't.
I get that. I mean, everything's tribalistic and political. I mean, that's life.
But-
It is.
Well, that's
but
not
you say,
comics,
hey, I
though.
think it's cool. Well, you have to be able to back out and say, look, man, I believe in the stuff that Comicsgate believes in, but there's some shithills in Comicsgate. I don't necessarily want to wear the Comicsgate T-shirt. Just like, I love Trump, but I don't wear a MAGA hat everywhere I go. I mean,
Maybe
sometimes you just
there's
don't want
another-
to stir the pot.
There's another example that just crossed my mind. It's like, dude, it's you're asking for the creators not to be political, so don't ask them to pick a side neither
Right.
politically,
Right.
because
Right.
technically that's what that is. So you do not want them to be a, how do you call it, when you're an activist. You go
Well,
do your be yourself,
that-
do your art, and don't ask them to pick a side neither.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, you
the
can only
second
do
side
that
of
for yourself.
that's the second side of my argument, though, is that when Comicsgate became more than a creator movement, when it became something that people stood behind as a label, we're supported by Comicsgate.
Yes.
We're on all these streams. We started fighting for the patent or whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of destroyed any idea that this would ever be a consumer movement, because now it's okay. Well, we've got these big creators and we've got all these small creators, and all these small
Here's
creators.
the thing. The thing that drove me crazy was about that whole concept was that the SJWs are making it us and them, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So in response,
shouldn't
to
do it.
in response to them making it us and them, we make it us and them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is not what, to me, that is not what Comicsgate was. You know what I mean?
Nope.
That's
No.
Comicsgate.
No.
Comicsgate when I became around, Comicsgate was one simple thing. It was a bunch of indie creators who were shut out of the mainstream, who were trying to make books and sell them and not follow the stupid SJW rules.
hmm But that was
Simple
before
as
all
that.
the backstabbing. That was before all
Well-
the drama. That was before all the money was made on super chats.
Right.
Listen, hey, I don't begrudge anybody that's making money
No.
off super chats either. I mean, there's people that are always going to grouse. I mean,
But-
think about this. We're complaining right now. How easy is it just to complain? I could complain for
Mhm.
hours.
Yep.
I mean,
That's-
F
I'm-
it, I mean,
I
go
make a
your
Saturday
money.
night out of it.
I'd rather not complain, but it's the conversations in groups tend to
Yeah.
go to the complaint because it's easier for people in a group to come to a negative than it is to find a positive that they all agree on. That's
Yeah.
that's a common thing.
Well,
And you know
think about
what?
it on
And you know what? Comic books is the best escapism from all of it.
I don't know, man. I
Well-
think Superman can beat the Hulk. We can fight and argue about
Superman
speculative
can
things all
beat the
day.
Hulk. It was proven in 1996.
True. Batman can too. They proved that in the 70s.
Yeah, they proved that
there's
in the
actually
70s.
you can still
Well,
still
Batman
find
can
the
beat
video.
Bruce Banner.
Well, no, the video where Superman fights the Hulk is actually on YouTube.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Well, no, but in 1996, they met in a comic book that was Marvel and DC simultaneously.
Yeah, I've
So
got it
it's
somewhere.
canon.
And that video on YouTube is freaking cool because I think by the third one he actually looks like like Christopher Reeves.
He does, yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
That was
So
great.
think about that for just a second. The guy that made that video, we all got some enjoyment out of it. We
Yeah.
aren't the types that are going to go get on that guy's Twitter feed and find out that he voted for Hillary or whatever, and
No.
then start smacking him around and telling people to get away from this control left.
No, we'll see him tagged in a tweet with the video in it, and we'll be like, yeah, I like that video. Like
I'll
that.
share that. Yeah.
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 Freedom,
So,
motherfucker.
but think about this: which side of the tribe, which tribal side of the political aisle, if J. Scott Campbell had retweeted one of our videos, would say, "Don't you know that that video was made by an alt-righter? You need to denounce that." I mean, we're not that way. So, there's always going to be shitbirds that try to piss everybody off and
Yep.
stir up everything, and they don't care about comics. All they care about is trolling. There are actual trolls out there on all sides of the aisle. You just have to blow them off.
Yeah, well, it's what's disgusting is that they'll try and label people alt right when they're not even close to alt right.
It
You
happens.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And then they'll be like, oh no, you're alt right, and then it's like, what do you say back to that? Well, then you're a racist.
Yeah.
What? No, you're a racist. You call me alt right, you're a racist.
I think
It's
we
like-
just stop.
No,
I think
I
we just
love
start
Israel
pretending
and
that
the
we don't
Jews.
know what that means. I think we just start pretend. What's alt right? What is that? I've never heard of that.
Alternate right? You mean on left? Is that what you're trying to say?
Is that?
If
Yeah.
you're
You mean
not-
I'm
if
not
you're not going
left? Yeah.
right,
Okay. I
you're going
voted for
left.
Trump. Whatever.
No, I'm not all right. I'm Optimus Prime.
You need to start doing rap and call yourself Optimus Rhyme. That's what you
Ooh,
need to
that's
do.
good. Yeah.
No, that guy already exists. He's Canadian.
Oh, I'm sorry for him. So sorry for him.
Well,
I don't mean to
blame
say that.
him.
No, we're shipping
Blame
out
him.
books to Canada tomorrow, actually. So
And not
Okay, so
Canadians
I'm
can
gonna
rap,
get you my
man.
address soon.
what's that?
That's-
Yes, please.
That's where I'm at.
Oh, then you definitely. Hey, you got my email or you got me on Twitter? Just send it to me, okay?
Send it to you on Twitter.
Yeah, get me that. Get me that. And then post a nice little "got this in the mailbag" tweet or something when you get it. I went out to visit Mike Barron. I can only stay a few more minutes. Do you mind indulging me for a little
Go
bit
ahead.
here, Drew?
Go
ahead.
Absolutely.
I went to Colorado where Mike Barron lives with his beautiful wife Ann. They've been out there for almost 20 years. Got a nice little place, some awesome dogs, and Mike's got a couple of motorcycles, and we had good enough weather to just go riding for one afternoon. Mike and I did. It was good. I'd never met Mike in person, and basically went out there to meet him in person, to also meet with his creative team for his next big project that I can tell you it's called Thin Blue Line. It's not a funny book. We are working on Florida Man 2, but this Thin Blue Line is not a funny book. It's one that tells the story of some cops. I mean, it's a police story dealing with kind of the culture we're in right now. You got a black veteran cop and a single mother. She's a rookie cop, and other cops. It's good. Let me just say the artwork. I met the art team while I was out there. The inker and the pencil.
I'm already sold.
Man, I'm telling you, this artwork is so beautiful. If you look up, we started a Facebook page. There's not much there, but you can see the painted cover. The inker did the painted cover. And but you'll also see some interior pages. It's just at Facebook, it's Thin Blue Line Comic. If you type in facebook.com/Thin Blue Line Comic, you'll see the logo, and there's a couple of police-related posts. But if you scroll down, you'll see you'll see some interior pages. And man, let me tell you the hook. The hook. You know me, I'm always selling and pitching. the artist, the penciler on this book. Scroll down a little bit, Drew. Thank you for pulling that up. There's the cover, which Jeff Slemons, who's the inker, he did that. So that's near the climax of the book. But go and look at some of the pages of the interior art. The artist is a guy named Joe Arnold. He is an active duty police officer in Colorado, and that's his artwork.
Nice.
Doesn't that look? And it's going to be colored. So right now, it's looking at black and
Holy
white.
shit!
It's as good as the stuff from the old Savage Sword of Conan days. I told him, I said, that's Ernie Chan.
I can say that. I'm a church.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, I think it's beautiful and it's very timely, and we're very excited about that. We're hoping to launch that campaign. We got
That
some people looking
shoots
at it right
me.
now.
These pages that Drew just scrolled through, that literally
Yeah.
just took me back through some 20,000 AD comics. Like
Oh yeah,
the
great. Oh, that's a great
the
callback. Yeah. So that's our
uh,
rookie cop up there. She's a single mother. She's Hispanic. That's her new partner down there waiting on at the car. I mean, guys, this story is gritty. It's good. It's
I
not. It's
I
not for
already kind
all
of feel
ages. Go ahead.
I already kind of feel like the Shield coming out of it. The
Ooh,
Shield, a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
of Resident
We
Evil.
there are some cop. There is one particular cop who does have an ethics issue, but it's not ugly. We're gonna have some tiers. One tier is actually, so you see that shot right there at the bottom. She's training in judo. We
Hmm.
are going to, if we hit a certain tier, we are going to sponsor between 1 and 3 police officers to have a year's worth of judo training so that they can
Correct.
better handle people, so that it doesn't have to resort to deadly violence.
And
They can handle the assailant better.
let's talk about the background for a second there.
Yeah,
Like just the idea that in any other situation, any other artist would have just put a flat background.
yeah,
But the fact that we have like an action shot with impact
yeah,
showing through the background where you could pretty
yeah,
much fill any color and it would look good.
yeah, yeah. That's Jeff
Uh,
Slimmons, man. Let me tell you. Now, listen, Joe is good. Joseph Arnold's good. You can find him. He's out there, Joseph Arnold Art or whatever. But I'm telling you, uh, Joseph got it all prepped and in the oven, but man, Jeff dresses it up. And Jeff's doing a lot of the backgrounds. I'm pretty sure he did that. While I was out there and met Jeff, he brought the original pages. These were all being drawn by hand on paper, inked by hand
as it
on
should be.
paper. Yeah, it's old school, man.
Well,
It was such a wonderful
let me
experience to meet those guys.
let me peer pressure you into a commitment to come on the gospel once this goes live during the
Yes, I
campaign.
would love to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would love to. We're looking at probably July.
Okay,
Probably
we're
July.
down.
Yeah.
We're down
Um,
right around 4th of July weekend.
oh, maybe. Oh, that'd be nice.
That
Yeah,
would be perfect.
yeah. We're gonna try to give back to the law enforcement, and just we really want this to be something special.
Um, what's your Twitter? I have some ideas about that. I
It's
talked to
Chris
Drew about
Brawley.
these.
Chris
Okay,
at Chris Brawley. Yep. All
okay.
one
I'll
street.
DM you on Twitter. I'll add you, and if you
Yeah,
add
if you're
me back,
wondering how
I'll
to
DM you.
spell it,
Oh yeah,
It's B.
it's down in the corner.
If
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Mm,
BRALY.
yeah.
That's
As
right.
few
That's
letter
it. That's it.
few letters as possible. So
Oh, I
let me
see that
say,
Florida man hat.
yeah, let me say one last thing. Yeah, Florida man. Here we go. Guys, I'm so jazzed to be doing comic books with in any aspect. I'm a little bit of an artist myself. I'm not drawing a book. I'm not writing a book. I'm editing a book, and I've already seen one or two little typos in Florida Man. I could have kicked myself in the butt when I saw it. Um, but whatever, right? This is my first foray. I think it came out pretty cool. We ran into some serious issues along the way that I think we overcame very nicely. I think we've got something that everybody can be proud of. We're getting some good feedback from the people that are receiving their books. If you missed out on the campaign, if you didn't get to get a Florida Man comic, go to floridamancomics.com and you can go ahead and order a comic there. The 64-page graphic novel there. There it is. Yes, thank you so much, Drew. You are Johnny on the spot. If you just click Get Some right there next to Crystal's ass, it goes right to the store. And there's the very first thing is the graphic novel. You can get a hat just like this. You can get the beach towel. You can get the shirt. Man, the shirts are awesome. And
Who does
right
the
below
shirt?
that, Custom Ink. I
Okay.
recommend them. And that's
Oh,
something else on
well,
the show I
real
want to
quick,
talk. Go ahead.
from a professional standpoint, take that with a grain of salt. If you're not in the same area that Chris is, you might not get the same level of quality.
Let me say this. That's a good point. The backers are all getting Custom Ink. I cannot speak for that shirt. I can speak for the hats. The hats are very cool. They've already got this relaxed fit. They've even got a gator scratch right here on the bill. They all come
Yes.
with that. They'll all be distressed when you get it. Those 3 books underneath next to the flip. Yeah, there it is.
How many of those did you order?
We're using a fulfillment company.
Really?
We'll never run out of those. Yeah.
Well,
And
how
I'd
many
like to-
did you have on order when you reached out to them?
Just 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't part of the campaign. The only things that we did in the campaign were a beach towel, a book, a lunchbox, and a T-shirt.
The reason I asked that is because
Yeah.
somebody. How much is that hat? Just
Too expensive. How much is it, Drew? I'm not looking at the
It
website.
says 25.
Yeah, 25.
okay. That's actually not too expensive. That means it might be American made, but chances are there is a little Chinaman somewhere making these as they
Little,
come
little
in on
Chinaman,
order.
little Chinaman inside of it somewhere.
He's not in here
Right.
now.
But
I do know that
from
all the books were
somebody-
printed in the USA, but I cannot speak for all the merchandise.
from somebody in the industry, we can't
Yeah.
make money if somebody's ordering less than 255 of them.
Well, no, and I totally agree. I will say that all the products in our store, other than the books, we're making a pretty very tiny profit on. But we don't have to do anything.
Right.
It's fulfilled, it's shipped, we're told when it's shipped, and we collect when somebody buys something. It's
Right, it's a
minuscule. There's
royalty
nothing to
almost.
it. Well, yeah. I mean, and you can set those prices. This is through WooCommerce. It's a WordPress plugin. And
Right.
these products are made by Printify, and you can pick different things. And you can actually set the price yourself. It just changes.
Yeah.
The price of the goods don't, the raw costs don't change, but your profit does. And we try to
Okay.
keep everything kind of reasonably priced. Now, the 3 prose novels, Florida Man 1, 2, and 3, that are also in the shop, that just goes directly to Mike's Amazon. We're not fulfilling those.
Okay.
Yeah, for these 3 here.
Are there audiobooks of those?
There are, yeah. It's read by, oh my gosh, he's one of the most famous audiobook
It's not.
readers
It's
out
not
there.
Roy Trees, right?
No, I don't think so, but I really shouldn't say.
Well, Roy Trees read the Game of Thrones books, and he passed away 2 years ago. So
Oh, well then, I'm kind of betting it's not him. Well, guys,
I've been listening to anything that I read because.
Oh,
it makes
yeah?
me sad.
oh, that is sad because there's no more.
Right. Like when the next 2 books come out, if George R. R. Martin's fat ass doesn't die, then
I didn't think he was
Who's
writing
gonna
any
read
more
'em?
books. Who's going to
the-
write them? I didn't know
the
he was
Florida
writing
Man-
any books.
he's got 2
Florida
books
Man
in the Song of Ice and Fire.
The Florida Man flip flops. This is so hilarious.
Everybody needs a pair of those. Crystals.
That's right.
But on
When
the
you
left
when
foot.
you go hunting gators, those are preferred footwear.
Hey, Chris, before you leave, I want to show you something.
Okay, sure.
It's a screech out of his penis. Don't look.
This is something I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
But 3
Nice.
pages from the artist, the Tales from the Navers. So you see that page on the campaign, but here you get a close glimpse of the coloring Scotsman did.
Hey, is this
Oh,
live?
Scotsman's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
it's in demand right now, and we're looking to go to print in June, so next month.
Did we
Like
put this?
Scott-
Did we put this on Indie Comic Showcase?
I don't think so.
Send me the link to that too, and we'll get you guys in there before you close the campaign. Try and get a little spark, give it a little signal boost. That's really what this community's all about, isn't it, Drew? I mean,
Yeah.
when you agree that really at the end of the day we're all just rooting each other on because we're not Marvel, we're not DC, we're just doing it, and now it can be done. It can be done up to that professional quality. It just has to be good storytelling and good art.
Yeah,
That's the
It has
challenge.
to be done well.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're
I
going
just
all
dropped
out.
the
That's
link in the
beautiful,
chat.
man.
I just
Yes.
dropped the links in the chat.
So he's walking out. He's walking out of that club here, right, with a date.
Yeah.
And then he's getting interrupted. So he's not too happy about it,
Love it.
right?
Well, he looks a little happy
Oh
in
my
that last
gosh!
panel.
Whoa.
Let's
Spoiler
not
alert.
lie.
That's great. That's great.
Let's
Spoiler alert
not
there.
deceive the psychological problems with this character. He is happy he's about to get to kill somebody.
You need a spot printing on that eyeball or something. That's great, man. This is all you.
Yeah, it's
Sam.
me and colored by Scotsman,
I don't.
and he's
Just
doing
a-
an amazing job.
Who
That
wrote it?
dude,
Who wrote it?
It's me. It's my creation. I'm the writer. Steve Dye is the editor.
Nice.
I
I
got-
definitely need to interview you for this.
I also have Michael Beacon and Inkspot doing colors for the book.
Yeah, it's great.
And this is
All
my
right.
digital painting for the next campaign.
not to sell you short, Sam, but I talk too much, and Drew and Chris probably both have to go.
That is a. That looks like a grasshopper almost. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
That's an OnlyFans special. Like you gotta have Sims
Sticking
only
a paper like
for that.
see, it's censored, so we're good.
It's censored.
She's got
Yeah.
something on her. Yeah. Okay. That's cool,
Yeah,
man. It's good. It looks
you gotta
great.
you gotta subscribe to Sims OnlyFans for $16 a month.
Sims only. Don't tell them the pseudonym that I've already signed up for your Sims only account, bro. Hey, again, appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it, Drew. I hope you get a laugh or two. You know, at the end of the day,
I'm looking forward to
Thin
reading
Blue-
it. I'll let you know.
good.
Thin blue line when it goes live. I want you on my show.
Thin
Don't
Blue
make me
Line
look
when
for
it-
you twice.
No, you won't have to. Chris Brawley at Chris Brawley. I've also got a website, chrisbrawley.com.
I'll be adding you shortly after the show ends.
Okay, find me and let's talk further. Drew, thanks again for the heads up. Thanks for the unboxing. I hope you love it, and we'll talk soon, guys.
Yeah, take care, Chris. Thanks for coming.
See you guys.
Later, Chris.
So,
He looks so much better on camera than on his profile picture. I'm not wrong. Fuck
Dude,
you.
we ain't your dating service, okay?
Look, I would have swiped left either way, but here's the thing.
you're gonna make
The
Blackjack
hair would
jealous.
make me hesitate.
You're gonna make Blackjack jealous.
Hey, good callback. You held on to that callback for a week. Good job.
So, Sim, speak about your book before we have to go offline.
So yeah, Tales from the Netverse, 5 short story anthology leading to the Not the Merc series. There's 3 of them before that they're already planned and written. The story of Not the Merc starts in Inkslayer, so it's all happening this year.
Tell me you're gonna reach out to a personal fitness like a trainer or somebody to like offer an add-on in a future campaign for a workout and meal regimen to get these like bread roll abs.
Beacon just picked up a job of being a mover right now, and he's losing a lot of weight, getting in shape, and he's a ginger. Beware.
Look, I either need cosplay photos or I need a workout and meal regimen. Okay.
I'm gonna tell Beacon that. He's gonna send you
Tell Scott-
his regime.
Tell Scotsman too. He's a ginger. You might get some results. Who knows?
So yeah, right now for $25 you get an 80-page book, 2 prints, 6 stickers. When we get to 10K, we unlock 2 more prints, one by Bisley, one by Joe Ball. 15K, we unlock an extra 10-page, a swimsuit special that goes in the book.
Didn't I already buy this?
I don't know. Not sure. You
I
should
know,
check.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people
I have
were
to check
waiting for the last,
Indiegogo.
a lot of people were waiting for the last minute.
I know I backed it.
I could tell you if you tell if you go by church, I can do a research and find you. But other than that,
That's
I don't
cool.
know your real
I'm
name,
looking.
and I'm not gonna dox you, dude. I respect that.
No, but he might just show up on your doorstep asking for food.
That's what I don't.
Now
want.
I'll probably drop by to go smoke one and grab a beer.
But you need to come when
We
you're
drink-
barbecuing.
We drink
Show up when you're
liquor in my
barbecuing.
house. So,
It's okay as long as it's rum or bourbon. I'm good.
bourbon. Straight.
I like it with
Pickle
Coke.
juice. Pickle juice chasers only.
Nice.
And right now, Scotsman has a 3-page to finish. That they're almost done. And he already started doing the recoloring of the Nat story, and Beacon's working on the Rose. So we're looking to go to print next month. So get on it.
Fucking nutsack. I haven't backed this. Drew, send me the link so I can, give them
It's in
some
the chat.
I'm not in the chat. I'm in the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send you the link.
And right now, if
Just send it
you
to me on
haven't
Twitter.
I'll
and
send it to you on the Twitter.
and if you haven't had Blood Hunt, it's available there in the tier where you get both books plus a sketch card for each book, plus all the extra add-ons and a sexy print special sexy prints that came with Blood Hunt.
I just need to give them some money because I'm a good person.
Well, I appreciate it, Church.
I thought I had already
just-
given you money, and I was going to give you shit, but I can't give you shit until I give you money. Maybe that's why I don't give you
Okay.
shit.
So waiting for input. He's gonna go done. Okay, where's my goddamn book?
Right, exactly. Immediately after. So,
All right, I'm back the goddamn book. Where's my fucking package?
so going back, Tales of the Natverse, this book, let me just say,
And-
from when you launched the campaign till now, the book looks 100% better. You know what I mean? Because the new coloring and
Extra
you
pages.
redrawed a bunch of crap. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's looking great, man.
Like I redrew because I redrew a few panels, but technically the first page of Nat the Merc, and the Nat and Zed were drawn in 2016. That was entirely redrawn, and then the entire story became a 20-page story.
I mean, look at the difference from the artwork. How many years ago was this?
The first story was was done in 2011, printed in 2012,
So
and the Rose
then-
one was
You're a
2015.
decade back, is what you're saying.
Hmm?
So the difference in quality. Look at everybody pay attention. This to this. That's a big jump.
Yeah, and I'm getting everything recolored and relettered too, and I just want everything to look good. Because when I saw the old color compared to the new ones, I'm like, no. No. I'm like, and people were like, we want to see your old art. Okay, fair enough. So I'm not touching up the art from the old stuff, right? But they're getting recolored and relettered. Because you don't need to
Who's
see
doing
any
your
growth
lettering?
of me in there.
Well, excellent. So everybody, if you have not signed up to Gospel of Comics, go
Gospel
and
of Comics.
I just want to mention one last thing
YouTube.com/Gospel of Comics.
Can I just mention one last thing? Because the
Sure.
people that have been on the campaign for a while,
No!
they know this because it's in the updates. Okay, but it's something I want people to know. There's a few people that are going to be getting free concept art from 2000. From 2009 to 2015 stuff. Like I went through some of my stuff, and some lucky backers will get that added to their tiers.
Well, I'll DM you my backer ID so you can flip me one of those.
all right. Now I have cats to feed and a show at 7. Everybody, I want to see everybody there. At least if you're gonna just hang out and laugh and
Don't tell me how to live my life. You don't know me.
Church. I'll tell Black Jack to stop the special.
Look, I already don't get specials. I have too much money.
All right, so 7 o'clock on the youtube.com/laugh therapy. You will find a great new show. It's only going to be half an hour long, but it's going to be a load of laughs, hopefully. I mean, obviously, it's the first episode. It could go all wrong until we get it right. Who knows? But until it does, go check it out. And we'll totally appreciate the time that you've spent enjoying the show. And we will see you next week. Everybody, going back, Nat the Merc, go back Captain Love, go subscribe to Gospel Comics, and have a wonderful day.